Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to show you guys something that might be a little useful as we get closer and closer to the holiday season. I thought we could take one of the traditional origamis and just kind of tweak it a little bit so that you can use it as a wrapping technique. I'm going to show you guys how to use the Alforia letter fold particular origami to make a kind of simple basic envelope that you can use for quick wrapping of Blu-ray discs. I'm just using this kind of a basic dimension for my math when I figured everything out. And what I wind up with is that I have paper that is about 34.5 centimeters by 37 centimeters. And that's kind of a rough sort of thing, but then that should work good for Blu-ray. And you know, other games sometimes come in this shape too. It is slightly bit smaller than like a DVD, those kinds of things, so kind of keep that in mind. But you know, if you guys are wanting to find a quick and easy way to wrap up something, this could work. So I've got my paper here now. Of course, you could certainly use wrapping paper. I was worried it was going to be too shiny and, you know, really hard to film, so I just used some handmade paper that I have. And when you use, you know, this kind of a paper, sometimes you do run into a little bit of trouble with it being too see-through. Obviously, if you don't want everybody to know what your present is, you want to kind of keep that in mind. What I decided I'd do is just use a bit of tissue paper to kind of wrap things up, and then we can slide that into everything when we're finished. So just an idea of something you can do to kind of add a little extra protection if you're using paper like this and you don't want everybody to see what's inside. But you should have this piece of paper that's rectangular in shape. You want it to be laid out long ways. I know you guys can't see the whole section here, but what we want to do is we want to make sure that we can fold first everything in half. And my paper has rough edges. That's okay. It doesn't need to be, you know, if you happen to have like this handmade paper, you can do a cool little tear on the edges if you want to give it a nice little old world feel. So I'll go ahead and fold one of those corners down to the center that I just folded. And then I'm going to fold this other side in too. Then I can turn it around if you want, if it makes it easier to work with. But then we're going to take the side here and fold it into the center. And I'll do the same thing on this side too. Then with this little diamond shape at the top, I want to open it out, and by kind of pushing in here from the sides and bringing the tip up. But that can be a little tricky, so it's good to do some creases first. Starting here with this edge that we've got on the side, I want to open this up so that it smooshes against the edge and creates a nice crease here, so that when I open up I can smush it out to the side easily. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side too, so that I get both sides kind of started, so that when I smush everything down, I can get everything lined up right. Get something like this. So then you should be able to slide right into this little pocket area there, and I've got my, you know, wrapped piece of whatever it is you want to be sending here, and it should be a pretty snug fit. And you know, depending on, sorry, mine popped open a little there. Depending on how your paper is and what you're using, of course, again, you may or may not need to have it covered with tissue paper like that, but I just wanted to kind of hide what was inside a little bit. So I've got that part there, and then I can just roll this over and kind of get an idea of how far I need things to go. And then this is a point of preference. The Alforia letter fold does fold back the corners here. And you can, when you do have a fine point, that's okay, but then you're going to see tiny bits here sticking out. And, you know, if you've done what I've done, like with the tissue, that might look cool. If you want to avoid that, you can just do a small little corner fold just to give yourself a little bit of an edge. Try to guesstimate it so that these are, that's not the same. They're about the same, right? There we go. That's a little better. Get both of those kind of folded over, and then you can just pull this whole section forward, getting a nice little crease, and you can either secure with some glue, or you could wrap some string or ribbon around it to keep it secured to give you a nice little finished gift. And like I said, it's just sort of a fun, different kind of way of wrapping. You don't necessarily need tape this way. I know sometimes when you're out and you do some last minute shopping and, you know, it's always such a pain, like who keeps masking tape in their glove compartment? I don't. So I have scissors, but I don't have tape. So I think, you know, if you're looking for a way to avoid that kind of a situation, this can be a nice little way to do things. So yeah, just a quick little idea based on the shape of a Blu-ray disc for you guys to have a nice little way to wrap your presents for the holiday season. I'll have some more fun projects like this and other things as well as we get closer and closer to the holidays. Thank you always so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.